friends, Haley here. Just wanted to pop in really quickly and say thank you for being so gracious with us taking a week off from posting the captain's log. I was traveling for work and scheduling with filming and things just couldn't line up with the conference that I was at. So thank you. We are so appreciative for you coming along this journey and allowing us to just take that 1 week off. And speaking of traveling for work, when this was recorded, I was still attending the conference that I was at for work. So you will notice that the edit is a little bit different. The screen is set up a little bit different. I was not recording on my standard setup and equipment that I have at home. So please bear that in mind. We will return to regular editing programming next week. Thank you guys for being here, and I hope you enjoy this week's update.
Hi.
Oh, hey, what's up?
It's so good to see you. I'm surprised you have a shirt on, I will say.
I wanted to show you this.
I wanted to see that. Actually.
Right?
I wanted to see that. Yeah.
I wanted to show you. Because like we still have like shelving up here.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's no underboob. It's so nice.
So
it's so nice.
I mean, that's not exactly what you wanted.
That's
right?
exactly what I fucking wanted.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm so happy.
I do think you should be shirtless though.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You want me to do it with over?
Yeah, let's show
You want me to cheat it?
No. Show us your mobility. Show off. Well, so updates from this past week. I would love to hear how your workouts are going. We talked about that.
Yeah, my workouts are going great.
Yeah.
Been really nice, even though it's really small. I don't know if you look at. Do you see this?
Hey, those look good. Your nipple grafts look great.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna get a little close. Okay, so like, look at the pink.
Yeah, they look really good.
The scars themselves.
The scar is like literally nothing. That is, yeah.
Is that
scar is nothing?
Is that not insane?
It's crazy. Have you noticed? I mean, since you have such good mobility, have you noticed, like feelings of stretching on the scar as you like work into more mobility?
No. I feel honestly, I've woken up, I think, a couple of times in the past week with me like slightly adjusting and feeling the pull in my ribs down here.
From
like,
the back.
From yeah. I'm still feeling that a little bit down here in this section.
Yeah.
Do that right here. So nothing is happening here.
Good.
But like a little, it's just, and honestly, that happened to me when I was in a corset doing Shakespeare too. It just took my ribs a little bit because they're pretty like exposed. So any sort of like pressure on them for that long, and like sleeping in it too. But no pulling like here.
Good.
And I don't know why.
Well, probably for starters because you've been really good about minding the protocol, right? So you aren't like really putting your arms above your head, right?
No, like at all. Like this that's the first time I have figured out a way.
Yeah.
To take off things.
But this is the last week of the protocol because we're in week 3, right?
Yeah, this is 3.
So the next time we see each other, you'll fully be able to go overhead. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so excited. That's why
I'm so.
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said that's why I asked permission for this because I haven't done that. This is
so my general thinking is, first of all, we're at week 3 of 4, right? So the protocol gets lifted at week 4, and my general thinking is that your body has told us for literally like 2.5 weeks now that it is ready and able to go overhead. And so my thinking is that at this point, if you're not feeling a stretch when you go overhead, we should be doing that. You're holding 2-minute long planks. Like you're like doing the things, right?
Yeah.
And like your body, like, listen, you still are really early, like post-op, right? So like your body will have some feelings about some of the stuff that you do. But like, I think especially in your case, because you're so good at listening to your body and you know it so well, I think it's appropriate time to start going overhead.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll probably still be like, it's so funny because I've just taught it's like a new choreography, like taught myself how to get out of things. And then if I've gotten really good at asking people if things are too high that I can't like, because I'm usually the tallest person in the room. So I'll try to either step up on something or just have someone else do it. But if it happens, it happens, I guess this week. I'm still going to be kind of careful about it. But, but honestly, truly, and what's crazy is now I'm having zaps in this one. Now this nipple is getting zaps.
Good.
Which is really cool. I think it's catching up with some of this healing. Because this was slow at first, but now it's kind of catching up to this guy a little bit. I really just feel like this. Like this is the muscle that's engaging when I'm doing like weights and stuff. I don't really ever feel this pull here. I feel the mesh pull, but only because it's sticky and I can feel it still holding on to parts of my scars there. But yeah, it's kind of doing this weird sticky fade thing as it goes down.
And that's a hard distinction for people at the beginning too. They're like, I feel a pull, and I'm like, right, but when the mesh is on, it's hard to know if that's like actual precision pulling or if that's, like you said, that like disgusting, like, I don't know, the mesh pulling.
Yeah, the mesh. Yeah.
I do think that's an important distinction. Tell us what you've been doing for your workouts.
Okay, so my normal leg workout is I'll do like a walk. I'll do a walk around the this one kind of part of the neighborhood. And then I'll get back, I'll like rest for a little bit just so I don't ride the heart rate too fast, even though that's what I'm like used to doing post or pre-op. Just to like let my heart chill a little bit. And then yeah, I have those little weights. I'll do like lunges, I'll do squats. I'll have like 10 in my hand, and then
holding them. Are you holding the dumbbells like here?
No, they're hanging. They're usually hanging. Unless I'm doing flies. So I'll do a bunch of legs just to like keep my body warm. And then I'll do flies. I'm doing anywhere from like 12 to 16 reps because it's so light. Because I'm used to, I'm doing like 25 flies at a time. So yeah, I'll do flies, I'll do bicep curls, I'll do bicep openers.
Cool.
I'll do under raises.
For the people who may not know what a bicep opener is, can you demo?
Right. Sorry. Okay, so you're holding the weights here at like a 90 and then you'll open it out to the side. And I've started doing reach outs as well, just kind of for the bicep. And obviously a normal bicep curl. I'll do flies out to 90. Nice. I'm doing tricep extensions.
Nice. Yeah.
I've added laying on the ground skull crushers.
Nice. Yeah.
What else? I feel like there's like other things. I still have my plank. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Lateral raises?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm doing curls. I'm doing with these little, they're only like 1.5 pounds, but like just with those, I'll do arm out extensions and like rotate the wrists to keep the shoulders engaged. Yeah, I'm doing actually a lot of stuff, which is nice. I'm doing a lot of legs. My legs can do whatever they want. Like Bulgarian, it's all like body weight stuff. But I think if anything, my legs are like, hey, are we gonna put on a bar or but yeah, it's been real. I feel it coming back a little bit of my muscles being like, thank you so much. Because they were kind of like, obviously they're not going to die in that much time, but they were kind of feeling just a little extra skin, like, hey, where is it?
Yeah.
But it's felt really good to like lift something. So
for sure. And I think it's an important point. Like you are a person who works out a lot. We've talked about that. And you're still finding ways to challenge your body. Yeah. And so like a 10-pound weight restriction, doing the right exercises is quite a bit. Like it can be quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so like you can still move. Like if moving is what feels good, a 10-pound weight restriction should not limit your ability to move. Of course, like we have the restriction overhead and whatever else.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Are you gonna overhead press next week or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
I'm
just
so
gonna,
excited.
workout's gonna be like pull-ups, overhead press.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flat pulls.
Yeah, lat pulls, skull crushers. Like it's an overhead work.
It's all overhead and then like chest press and like, I'm excited.
I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we talked about this last time too, but like protocols are general and they're not like, obviously they're not specific person to person. So they're there to keep safe, which is really important. But like, we also have autonomy over our own bodies and can listen to our bodies and make decisions based on that. And I think your case is a really good example of that. I mean, I feel like we've been talking about this literally since like week 1 post-op. Like it feels silly. But it's true.
But it's true. And like, honestly, like, it's just cool to like see that all of that work that I did before, which a lot of like other trans bodybuilders that I talked to before, they're like, focus on chest before you get there and it will be a fucking breeze. So, I've also been following their journey a little bit. They're a little ahead of me, the ones that I talked to. And they're already like back, like already full weights.
We call it in the PT world, we call it prehab. And in the my background is in sports and orthopedics, and like if you tear your ACL, you're coming to PT and you're doing prehab before you have surgery for this exact reason. And because top surgery isn't considered orthopedic, it's it's done by plastic surgeons. There just isn't the same protocol. And obviously top surgery isn't orthopedic by design, but it has orthopedic implications, right? Like you're moving muscle, you're cutting through muscle, like there's still bone, like all of the orthopedic things are still there, even if it's not orthopedic in nature. And I think that's such an important point that we talk about all the time is like, we need to be doing stuff beforehand. It helps so much.
I'm so grateful that I listened to them. I was already kind of doing it for Dracula, but it was something I was like, I'm gonna keep this consistent. I'm gonna keep challenging the pecs like as best I can. And it really, really has made things smooth, which is beautiful. And just like I got to keep them, I got to keep my little pecs.
To keep them and grow them.
Yeah.
And just like be a shirtless person.
Yeah.
Like incredible. Can we talk about the nipple graft healing?
Yeah. So essentially it feels from the top. I'm just like looking down, right? And then it looks different in a mirror, but from looking down, it looks like all the sutures have kind of blended now back into my skin.
Good.
Obviously this is just the nipple shedding is doing what it wants, but I think it's doing this little circular, like from the outside in thing. I'm getting zaps in both. Now this one's still more, but this one is starting to pop in and say hi sometimes. And honestly, like I think the craziest thing is I still feel the little like thread from the suture itself, but it's popped out. I think this happened on this guy back here. Is there was one little suture and my skin has now squeezed it out. Mm-hmm. So it popped out. But the nipple grafts themselves are like really pretty on the outside, and then the inside they're still working. So I'm gonna let them obviously do. I'm not picking. I'm letting them do whatever timing they need to. They're starting to really itch.
Yeah, that was gonna be the next question.
It's good. It means that I have some feeling in there. But I think honestly, everything is starting to itch. The worst itch is where the mesh is still holding on to in the center, because I know. Obviously, there's some scabbing that is already just naturally falling off, and there's scabs stuck in this part of the mesh that is like, I don't want to be here. I'm done.
Right.
I shouldn't be here anymore.
Let me out.
Let me out, but it's stuck under this like sticky mess. So I'm really excited for those to go. Really proud of the rest of the mesh that has dissipated, I guess, over here. starting to dissipate and really like not be attached anymore to the scars. And then the first time I got to see the actual scar line on both sides was really cool. I was like, oh my God.
I can't wait until next week when we can see you without the mesh, and then we can just like love on those scars because they look so good.
They look so good.
And the nipples look really good too. And the thing that you mentioned earlier, but I think is worth mentioning again, is they look really pink, which is really good. Like that's what we want. And a lot of people get kind of scared by that at first because obviously they don't look like nipple, like how your nipple would normally look right now. And they will. And this is like part of the healing process. But like the pink look right now is exactly what you want. It's part of the healing process. It means we're getting blood flow to the area. Like everything that we want is happening, and we know that because of the color of your nipple grafts.
Beautiful. That makes me so happy. They really are. They're just they're really happy little nipples. They truly are. And it's cool is like, obviously I've been seeing where their placement is, but I think the more that everything just kind of comes in line, like where they're at, he was so smart. Like I love where they're at.
It looks really good. And they're going to look so natural. Like when they're a little bit more healed and the color gets a little more natural.
Yeah.
I mean, you might even look like you had a keyhole after a while. Not even kidding. Like it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
Fuck yeah. I'll take it. Yeah. I think that also helped is the prehab. What'd you call it?
Yeah. Prehab. That's right.
Prehab. Yeah. The prehab of like him then knowing where to put both the nipples and also the cut. Because it feels like it's sitting in the right position for what I had already built. And I feel like I'm just excited. I'm just ready for restrictions to go off so I can start to like build this again. I can build like this guy out again. I'm really excited. But the shape is
incredible.
It's incredible. I'm really happy. I'm like even happy about like the placement of my tattoos. Even like
I was actually noticing that before we started recording, I was noticing the leaf tattoos on either side, and I was like, they look like they were made for this version of your body.
This chest.
They do. Yeah.
Like it makes me I can't even I'm cheesing.
Yeah, you are.
I am cheesing, dude. Like I'm so happy. I cannot wait to run around with even just like nipple covers because I know how to do that for a little bit. But even just to run around like that, I'm excited.
It's gonna be so fun.
The bandage itself is not bad. It's not as bad as the course of death. But I'm starting to feel it now because I know I can feel my chest and my skin be like, okay,
yeah,
we're all right.
Yeah,
we're ready.
It's gonna be a whole different ball game when you get the mesh off too. Like it just makes you feel so much more recovered. And I know that sounds silly, but when you have that attached to your skin anymore, it's just like you're like, oh my God, like yeah, like this is it. And so even just that, I think, is going to be huge for you too.
Yeah. The mesh is definitely killing me right now.
Yeah.
It's gotten stickier.
I wish you knew this week, or things that you maybe learned from other people that you want to share, like maybe some tips from like your bodybuilder friends or like whatever.
Okay, definitely so since I'm lifting again, and even though it's not that much, I've been trying to like just slightly like with my arms down, roll my shoulders a little bit, and then a very slow like neck roll. And that's always been just from lifting heavy. That's always been something I've been very conscious about. But even with this little weight, I have to become conscious of it too, because I used to having like my back like popped every day because I live with another personal trainer. So we just like pop each other's back. So it's been a little bit of like back suffering, just a tiny bit, just in this area, and like not being able to release the ones right next to the spine. And
that's
so
been more common when people don't have mobility yet. Like that's like one of the big happens is people people can't get to 90 degrees. Like, so I know you're not, but like theoretically could, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
So when people don't have the mobility and don't even start to try until, in your case, next week,
Yeah.
that's like the number one thing that happens, or is people are like, I have this routine that helps this part of my back, and I literally can't do any of it right now.
Yeah. Truly, I've looked up some other ones that were kind of some like different neck stretches, and I'm glad I looked those up because it was like a slower version of what I'm used to, but it really has helped. And sleeping is way easier now because, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think I am surprised we haven't talked about that yet, but that upper back stiffness is real because the shoulder blade, like you said, the shoulder blades just aren't moving because we're not putting your arms above your head. And when we're not putting your arms above your head, your shoulder blades don't really move. And so back there just gets super stiff, combined with the fact that you're not really moving, combined with like all of these things together.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of good info out there on exercises and stretches that you can do with your arms below 90, because realize post-op top surgery is that most of the things that we do actually are above 90 degrees.
Above 90, yeah.
They are. Yeah.
I had to sleep like, this or like this because I normally sleep, like a fucking bro with my hands behind my head. And like even that has been hard, it's like a mental game.
Yeah, it is. This whole thing is very, very mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of restrictions that are being lifted next week.
Yes.
I think there's one other restriction that might also be lifted next week.
Fuck yeah. And we're going to take care of that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's going to be so great.
It's going to be so good. We don't have to talk about the act itself, but I'm excited to hear about the euphoria of
fucking someone. I'm excited.
Well, with your new chest. Yeah, like with your new
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, I guess like this next great. That's cool. But, yeah.
Both together.
Both
and. Yeah. Getting thirsty out here. It's getting dry. Yeah, but also, which like my chest out, which is crazy because they won't, like when I'm moving, they won't move.
Right.
So crazy. And which, okay, this is something I do want to talk about. And Haley, if you do want to cut this, that's okay. But like, it is something, as someone who is a lesbian, I'm a top, like there for a couple of years now, there has been some just like weirdness around the chest of me just being like, mentally like, hey, I only have a couple of boundaries. I don't have a lot, but I have a couple of boundaries. And one of them is like touching this area and definitely doing like this motion. And I even say that in my drag performance, like whenever I'm giving like a lap dance or something, there's consent both ways, and people will ask what my boundaries are. And that's always the first one that I say. And now, like, I'll be comfortable with like lovers like touching even like nipple, like they can touch this area, which has been like a restriction of my own mental gender dysphoria. And like now, I mean, they'll have to be gentle for a little bit, but like, like that's crazy for me. That's cool.
And it's exciting, like, of course, like you said, you have to be gentle and whatever, but even the thought of that happening is probably like so euphoric.
Yeah, like truly just thinking about it is really cool.
Cool. You have one less boundary now. How about that?
I have one less boundary.
Yeah.
Like truly, and I don't think I wouldn't even think about it now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have to worry about that.
That's
it is a very specific thing though for humans that are sick of their chests.
I actually don't think we should cut this part because this is a really common experience.
Right.
Like I think this is important to talk about.
Yeah, and it's something that people might not even think about that we worry about.
Mm-hmm.
And I never had a problem with like them being exposed or out, but touching, like every single lover I've had is like, been like hands off in that area, and will just like kind of, if they're touching me, go like around. And so like they don't, that's just like, I'm like just now thinking about this. That's crazy. I won't even have to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You might even like ask to be touched.
I most likely will ask to be touched here, not only because I'm very proud of my scars, but also just like, this is the chest that I've wanted. This feels like my chest now.
Yeah.
And I want people to touch it now.
Yeah.
So crazy. Oh,
yeah, that's so cool.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Next week, prepare to be mobile, my friend. You're gonna show off a little bit. We're gonna show off some motion. We're gonna show off.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I have to show off.
So hard. It's gonna be terrible for you.
Okay, what are we talking? Just so I like kind of know what's coming up. Something to look forward to.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think for sure motion. We want to look at shoulder motion. And I think we want to look at like a little bit of strength. Like I wouldn't mind like getting into like a plank or like, right. maybe some push-ups, like just kind of.
Oh my God. Mitchell. They said I could do a push-up. They said I could do a push-up next week. No, next week. I can't do it right now.
Oh my God.
Okay. We're still filming. I just needed to announce that to the house. Congratulations! Thanks, bud. Holy shit! I'm so excited.
I think we're gonna do some push-ups next week. I think we're gonna see how it goes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's gonna go like so easy. It's gonna be easy.
Hey, Cap. I know. I'm not.
I already know.
I know. Like, you don't have to convince me. I know it's going to be smooth. I just want to I want to be witness to you doing it for the first time.
Listen, we're going to record it.
Yeah. And we're going to record all the euphoria that comes with that. It's going to be so fun.
I really have euphoria right now thinking about doing a push-up.
Literally.
I'm so excited. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so ready. I'm ready.
Okay, before we end our week 3 update, is there anything else that you feel like you want to say?
Man, I'm so pumped to do a push-up. There's nothing else
in your push-up. We come back next week, they're like, okay, about this fucking push-up.
I'm literally just like, you come. I press join and I'm like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, literally. You've been thinking all week about the camera angle just to get it.
I'm not kidding. I'm going to put you on the ground so you're down on the ground. I'm not kidding.
A POV moment we love.
I'm so fucking excited for that.
Well, yeah. I'm excited too. I think it's going to be great. I think you got one more week of restrictions. You can do it.
Yeah.
Mesh off. You get your mobility back. You get the restrictions off. It's going to be so good. And we will, the next time I see you, you're going to be doing push-ups.
So excited. You have no idea how much I miss push-ups.
Well, you're a trans mass, so I kind of do.
I know you do know you do. Sorry, the general you, if you don't understand,
gotcha, yeah.
Out there, people watching, you don't understand.
I don't understand.
The amount of push-ups that I'm used to doing every day but one is insane. I love them. I do different style. No, actually, my TikTok people, you do know, because I'm doing archer push-ups out there. I'm doing diamond push-ups. I'm doing gymnast push-ups. I'm doing pulse push-ups. They know. They understand how obsessed.
They know. And hey, for all the TikTokers out there, we're about to get after it.
We're about to get after
Y'all
it.
ready. Y'all get ready. We're coming.
This chest is about to be insane. I'll be walking around with a new set of titties. My chest is
but the good kind. The good
kind.
Yeah. Don't worry. The good kind. Oh, hey, bub.
Hey, buddy.
My pup wanted to join us.
Hi, pup. There's so much excitement. They feel it.
It was like, I gotta get over here. What's going on? All right, man. Cool. Well, I will see you next week.
Yeah.
Get ready for some push-ups.
I'm so ready.
Cool. All right. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.